Hello Normans, welcome to this week's Norman News. I'm Noelle Trost.
And I'm Leo Padilla. Keep watching for more news on poverty in the UK.
And Bo Moss.
Hi, I'm Eric Moraden here with this week's sports and world news.
And I'm Alana Morgan with some Black Friday secrets and weather.
Around the school in 30 minutes,
this is the Norman News.
Even though most people are already in the swing of Christmas, it's not too late to celebrate Thanksgiving. The Beverly Hills Education Foundation is hosting a Thanks for Giving campaign to support Beverly Hills schools. This is the second year of the program, and the organization hopes to raise $100,000 during November. The Beverly Hills Education Foundation, otherwise known as BHEF, helps financially support schools in the district through funding various programs. The president of BHEF told the Courier, "It's our one time of the year where we really do reach out to the community, asking them to donate to Beverly Hills schools. It comes during a time when nationwide the country does a push to encourage giving to charities. If you're interested in donating, visit the BHEF website." Now, let's send it to Leo with a story on Color Wars.
Thanks, Noelle. Last Thursday at the Color Wars tournament, the seniors dominated the competition, winning most of the challenges, which won them the Color Wars trophy. However, in a turn of events, an email was sent out the next day claiming that the trophy had been stolen. The email from ASB teacher Mrs. Goolsby read, "One of you took the Color Wars trophy out of the swim gym last night when Mr. Chang was telling you to give it back to him. I need that trophy returned to me immediately. I know that you seniors all had the best turnout of people last night, and we all had a fun time, but your display of poor sportsmanship by stealing the trophy was extremely disappointing. I'll give you till the end of the day to return the trophy anonymously. You may place it in the main office on the floor in front of my mailbox. No one will see it if you do so, and if it is not returned by the end of the school day, then I'll report to administration that a senior stole the trophy and will all have to go through crazy, unnecessary conversations while they waste their time investigating." That email fueled the chaos that surrounded the disappearance of the trophy. Later that Friday, Mrs. Goolsby sent out a follow-up email stating that the trophy had been returned. As we are all thankful that the trophy was returned, we can only guess as to why the Color Wars trophy went missing. Now to Eric with sports.
Thanks, Leo. Video assistant refereeing, also known as VAR or just simply VAR, will be coming to the Premier League next season. The subject of introducing VAR into the Premier League was a hotly contested one, with one side saying that it would slow the game down and lead to too many stoppages, while the other side saying that it would allow more correct decisions and lead to more fair game results. VAR was in use during the World Cup this past summer and was received well. The Premier League will be the last of the 5 major European leagues to implement VAR, behind France, Spain, Italy, and Germany's respective leagues. Let's send it to Nathan.
Thanks, Eric. This week, Kemba Walker, NBA All-Star, set a franchise record for the Charlotte Hornets and a career high for 60 points. This also included 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals. Kemba amazed everyone in the crowd and his teammates. But although this was the case of his outstanding performance, his team, the Charlotte Hornets, could not pull off a win and lost by 3 points in overtime against the Philadelphia 76ers. The score was 122 to 119, and Kemba had more than half of his team's points. Keep watching the NBA for more, and now we have Genevieve with more sports.
Thanks, Nathan. If you haven't heard already, there has been some beef between Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. They got into a shouting match at the end of regulation in a loss to the Clippers on November 12th. Let's just say Green didn't use appropriate words towards Durant. The two-time defending NBA champions suspended Green 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team. Green missed the November 13th game against the Hawks. Although Draymond told reporters that no internal struggle would hurt the Warriors. Let's just hope that he's right. Now to Alana with fashion.
Thanks, Genevieve. Hello, Normans. This week is Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Right after you celebrate an amazing holiday and give thanks, it would be time to make sure you have money to get some amazing shopping done for yourself or the holiday, as prices will be low. Want to know some Black Friday secrets and tips? Here's a few. When shopping, I suggest you go in with some necessities that you need to buy instead of shopping for random items. Make a plan as to what stores you will be going into and what you're getting and who it will benefit. Secret number 2, prices can be inflated, so check the price of your item to make sure you aren't getting ripped off. And make sure you read the fine print on coupons, as some stores will say one thing and the coupon will say another. Tip 1, get what stands out and is it the same that you can get anywhere else. Tip 2, make sure you start early so you can get the new, cheaper items. Also, don't forget to be prepared for Cyber Monday. Be safe and have an amazing Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Now to Kayla with some celebrity news.
Thanks, Alana. As we all know, Justin Bieber proposed to Hailey Baldwin a while ago, but what you might not know is that Hailey changed her last name. Yes, that's right, Hailey Baldwin just became Hailey Bieber. Sources say she has updated her name to read Hailey Road Bieber. Sources also say that Bieber was very happy because of this change. That's all for this week. Now passing it on to Bella with music.
Thanks, Kayla. This week, we're going to be talking about the song God is a Woman by none other than Ariana Grande. Yes, that's right, we're following up with another one of Ariana's hits. I personally love the song because it's all about woman empowerment. Ariana is keeping all of us sane with her wise words, a true legend. Now to Riley with her movie review on The Grinch.
Thanks, Bella. Who's ready for the holidays? What not a better way to start than the movie The Grinch, which was released to theaters November 9th. The movie's about the tale of the Grinch by Dr. Seuss. The Grinch decides to ruin Christmas for the citizens of Whoville, so go to theaters to get into the holiday spirit.
Illumination!
Today, we will do mean things, and we will do them in style. Oh, hello. Happy holidays. What's this?
Excuse me, are you getting that?
No.
This skater may become the next great name in figure skating.
I am beautiful in every single way. Yes, bring us down. Oh, no. So don't you bring me down today. Don't you bring me down today.
The Grinch.
Thanks, Riley. That looks great. So, Thanksgiving is coming up.
It is,
What
yeah.
are your favorite Thanksgiving dishes?
I personally like the turkey and then the mashed potatoes with gravy. Yeah.
I prefer the pumpkin pie, of course, with whipped cream because that's a necessity.
Yeah.
And cornbread is very good as well.
Very good, very good. Well, we'll have plenty of time to eat this 5-day weekend. So now to Eric with World News.
Thanks, guys. The UK's austerity measures has inflicted, quote, great misery on citizens, says the UN poverty envoy. Philip Alston, the UN's rapporteur on extreme poverty and human rights, ended a 2-week fact-finding mission to the UK with a stinging declaration that levels of child poverty were not, quote, not just a disgrace, but a social calamity and an economic disaster, quote, end quote. Even though the UK is the world's fifth largest economy. About 14 million people, about a fifth of the UK's population, is classified as in poverty, and that child poverty could rise to a staggering 40% by 2022. The UK government has said that it, quote, completely disagreed with Alston's analysis. Now to Jonah with national news.
Thanks, Eric. On Monday, 16 Democrats sent a letter to Democrat lawmakers stating that they are committed to not voting for Nancy Pelosi to be the next Speaker of the House. If this undergoes, Pelosi would have an extremely low chance in regaining the Speaker's gavel, although it's not clear if they can beat her. One Democrat, however, Ben McAdams, is currently losing his House race against Republican Representative Mia Love. In order to become Speaker, Pelosi, who is the only official candidate for the job, has to get 218 votes on the House floor. Democrats have at least 232 seats in the House following the midterm elections, leaving Pelosi little space to become the next Speaker in the final floor vote in January. Now to Natalie.
Thanks, Jonah. A recount by hand occurred on Friday in Florida's Senate race between Republican Rick Scott and incumbent Democrat Bill Nelson after a machine put Scott ahead of Nelson by 0.15 percentage points. A manual recount is automatically triggered under state law when the vote margin is within 0.25 percentage points. However, the high-profile governor's race seems to have come to a close. A machine recount in that race found Republican Ron DeSantis ahead of Democrat Andrew Gillum by 0.41%, which is outside of the window that triggers a hand review. The recounts have been punctuated by several legal challenges from both parties and marred by claims of voter suppression and fraud, some of them coming with President Donald Trump. Let's send it to Tatiana with a restaurant review.
Thanks, Natalie. Are you looking for a good sushi place that is kosher? Well, you should head down to Sushi Co. on Pico. This restaurant is known for catering almost all weddings where the sushi is kosher. I recommend getting their amazing crispy rice. It is very fresh and crispy. I also recommend getting the California roll with the popcorn shrimp on top. Although it might not be a real shrimp, it tastes almost exactly the same. Head down to Sushi Co. and try these out. Now to Jonah with technology.
Thanks, Tatiana. Instagram has notified some of its users that their password might have been exposed due to a security bug, according to their information. A spokesperson for the company says that the issue was discovered internally and affected a very small number of people. In this instance, the bug was tied to a feature that the company rolled out in April that allows users to download all their data, implemented after European lawmakers rolled out its general data protection regulation. According to Instagram, some of its users who used that feature had their password included in a URL in their web browser, and that the passwords were stored on Facebook servers, Instagram's parent company. A security researcher told the information that this would be only possible if Instagram stores its passwords in plain text, which could be a larger and concerning security issue in the company. An Instagram spokesperson disputed this, saying that the company hashes and salts its stored passwords. Now let's go to health with Natalie.
Thanks, Jonah. Osteoporosis predominantly affects older adults, but bone loss can start as early as age 40. By around age 30, the body stops increasing bone mass, and once we reach our 40s and 50s, more bone might be broken down that we are replacing. Recently, scientists have found that probiotics might be a safe and effective tool to help fight bone loss. We need to keep in mind that this study was in mice and not humans. The authors say that there is a big need to continue with the research. Now to Bree with opinion.
Thanks, Natalie. Protests have taken place in Ireland after the underwear a teenager was wearing was cited in the trial of a man accused of raping her. In the course of the trial, defense lawyer Elizabeth O'Connell held up a pair of the 17-year-old's underwear in court and asked, "You have to look at the way she was dressed. She was wearing a thong with a lace front." A 27-year-old man was found not guilty of raping the teenager earlier this month. This past Wednesday, women gathered at demonstrations across Ireland to protest the handling of the court case, and rightly so. Simply put, clothing is not consent. This kind of victim blaming is archaic and has no place in a court system. I don't know how else to express my outrage over the lack of accountability and difficulty in this rape case. Clothes do not rape women. Rapists rape women. Now let's send it back to Noelle.
Thanks, Bree. The former post office turned into theater Wallace Annenberg is celebrating its 5th anniversary. It announced that this past season has been the most successful yet, with audience attendance increasing 19% according to the Courier. Some of the most successful and noteworthy performances at the Wallace this past year were Hershey Felder Beethoven, Blues in the Night, Jackie Unveiled, Turn Me Loose, and Long Day's Journey into Night. The Wallace has also supported an abundance of programs in its facilities, including the Miracle Project and Student Art Reporters. We look forward to more successes at the Wallace. Now, let's send it back to Leo.
Thanks, Noelle. Tomorrow is the last day of school before the 4-day Thanksgiving break. While most people will be relaxing during the holiday, the College Center would like to encourage students to use this time to complete college apps and prepare for standardized tests. When students come back to school next Monday, there will only be 4 weeks left until the end of the semester. Now to Alana with weather.
Hello Normans, I'm Alana Morgan, back at it again with this week's weather forecast. Looks like this week will be pretty chilly. Let's take a look at the weather forecast for this week. Looks like the highest the temperatures will be this week is 71 degrees, which is November 25th and November 26th, and the lowest is 51 degrees, which is November 25th and November 27th. Well, Normans, on Thanksgiving Day, which is November 22nd, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 66 degrees and a low of 51 degrees. And on Friday, Black Friday, November 23rd, it will be sunny with a high of 67 degrees and a low of 52 degrees. Well, Normans, that's the weather forecast for this week. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks for watching.
Tune in next week for more
Norman News.